Welcome back, friends, to the Lucky Die. Previously, Balance uses his mental prowess to invade the fake Caden's mind. Rhal uses his illness to melt the fake Caden down, and Zaltanna uses her strength to squeeze the fake Caden into submission. Upon discovering that Caden has been replaced, the group travel on to try and rescue their friend. The waterfall that they discover is forced to reveal its secrets as Zaltanna lends a hand to hold open a switch and they descend into the darkness. The only question is, will they find Caden whole and healthy? I guess we're about to find out. Welcome back to the Lucky Die. Last we left, you guys found a secret passage behind a waterfall, and you had ingeniously forced it to stay open. We find you going down this roughly hewn passageway. It's dark. It's about roughly a dwarf and a half wide and roughly a dwarf and a half high. So those of you that are taller will probably have to crouch a little bit or scrape your head along the ceiling. Zaltanna, you give zero fucks. This is perfectly made for you. So, you guys continue down this. You're probably walking for a good hour and a half. Balance, you definitely sense Caden ahead, but the kind of specifics are beginning to fade. You can't get anything really specific from this point. You just know he's down here in this area somewhere. You guys, say, travel for about hour and a half, and ahead of you, you see that it levels out and opens into a huge cavern. As you step into it, this cavern is ginormous. You can see that there are sconces on the walls from where you are. You also see the glitter of gold, rubies, gems, and you can see in front of you there is a large pillar of sorts. This is what you guys see when you walk in.
Now, when we're talking like a big open cavern, are we talking like Mines of Moria, like giant-ass?
I like how you make a reference to Lord of the Rings, and I know nothing about Lord of the Rings. Let's say it's...
I'm trying to pressure you into knowing about Lord of the Rings.
This is probably, let's say it's twice the size of a football stadium.
Okay, that's huge.
In all directions. I don't know. I mean, that's pretty big, right?
That is massive.
What is the light source situation looking like?
The light source is your torch.
Okay, good.
You have a torch. I threw it at your head.
Yeah, I can't tell how big this room is probably then. It's just bigger than I can determine.
To be fair, if you put a footful on it and you'll hear the echoing of a foot of your foot in this large open area, like reflecting off various pieces of metals and walls and stuff, you get the impression that it's a big open area. Even the other two wouldn't be able to see the extent of this.
Okay.
But you can see, at least the other two will be able to see with their kind of like range of vision that there is a circular pillar. The circle is pretty big, and it's sort of in the center of the room. There is a lot of mounds of golds, rubies, gems, kind of like cups and necklaces and like really expensive stuff all over the place.
We're coming back to this room when we're done finding Caden. Do we hear anything?
No.
I'm just going to start walking forward deeper into the room.
You see pretty much more of the same. You see different mounds that have different things in it. Some of them is just a mound of like silver chalice type stuff. Another one, you see that there appears to be like little like dotted around. You see little plinths with like particular pieces of jewels. Probably at one point would have been on a cushion, but it's long since decayed, and you just see the remains of various necklaces. You see kind of like ornate statues like here, there, and everywhere.
Balance in his head is going to say, Monarch, I don't suppose the shield is in this room while we're passing through, is it?
I don't sense it here, no.
Shit. Okay.
Rhal's going to look at the ground once again for footprints, footsteps, any kind of signs of people being here, maybe dragging a Caden through.
Caden.
Do we see a Caden mark?
We see
Drag
a wild
marks.
Caden. Take a survival check for me.
Ah, God, that's 10.
You see nothing.
Okay. Can I walk around the edge of the walls and look for entrances? And basically, I'm going to walk to one of the walls to the immediate left. Let's just go left, yeah. Left of us,
Swap round.
and I'm going to walk around the room and do a perimeter.
Staying together.
Take
Yes.
perception check.
Okay.
Actually, no. In that case, I'd like you to make an investigation check because you're looking for a specific detail. The detail being an exit.
Okay. 12.
Walking with the edge of this, you don't really spot anything. You don't notice any cracks in the walls. You don't see any of your obvious signs saying, "Here there be an exit." You don't spot any of that. Not with your 12.
Balance, are you sure?
Let me check again. Balance is going to sit down real quick and try to focus in.
Make an intelligence roll for me. It's going to be a lot easier because you know the general gist of what you're doing. You're focusing on that single detail of pain.
That's a nat 20.
Ooh.
You know that he is there's along side of this particular room. Let's say it's on the left-hand side. He's definitely behind that wall, but you can't seem to see any exits or entrances. I mean, Rhal just did a sweep of it and he couldn't see any obvious signs through. It's quite a distance on the other side of that wall, though.
And there's just a singular pillar, right?
Yes.
Balance is going to check the pillar, see if there may be anything that would open up another door.
Take an investigation for me. Some of it's really easy, some of it won't be.
16.
A 16. This pillar is stone. It has been clearly cut and chiseled into 4 sections. Technically 5 sections. The 4 sections are roughly 2 foot in height, and then the rest of it goes straight to the ceiling. On this, you see that there are 2 runes carved on each of these segments, letters or runes opposite sides of each other, and they kind of look like they possibly move. But with that roll, you can't tell what languages they are.
Can I try touching one of them?
Sure. Feels like stone.
If I place my hand on it, does it seem like it's writhing and moving underneath?
I'll probably give you something else since you're standing so close. Since you're standing so close to it, and you would probably see this fairly obviously, on the ground there appears to be a darker than the stone around it. There appears to be an arrow, and the point of it is touching the edge of one of the segment that's obviously on the ground. Touching the edge of the pillar.
Does it look like there's anything on the pillar itself that should be lining up with the arrow?
Possibly the runes.
Balance wants to try to fiddle with it and see if he can line it up.
You can definitely line up some runes.
Trial and error. He's going to keep trying to line up different runes until something happens.
Okay.
So he'll try one rune, see if something happens. If not, he'll go to the next.
Okay. Let me just do a mental check. 4 times 3 is 12. Technically, there are 12 different combinations. Roll a d2 for me.
2.
You lined these runes up, and on the wall to the right-hand side as you came in, a piece of the wall shifts and goes down.
But that's on the right side,
Correct.
not on the left.
Correct.
You did it. And Rhal runs over there.
No, Rhal, that's not the right direction. He's the left wall.
Oh.
Hold on, let me see. Maybe there's a different combination. He's going to keep going through and see if he can get the left one open instead. He's going to remember the pattern for the right one, but he's going to try to see if he can open it up the left.
Okay. I'm going to say that all in all, these are kind of big stone pillory things. It does take an effort to move. Trial and error, it does take you time.
Can I get Zaltanna to help me?
Of course you can. But trial and error, not working out what they are, it takes you a long time to do this. The portion, as soon as you turn one of these, the right wall closes back up again. And after a good portion of time, the left-hand one eventually clicks and drops and goes down.
Okay. We take off running again, I assume.
Okay.
Guys, this way.
You're not leaving me behind again, are you?
No. We're running at a dwarf's pace. We've measured distances with dwarf. Now there's running distance with dwarf.
To force you to stay at her running speed, it's about roughly a dwarf and a half high and roughly a dwarf and a half wide. As soon as you open this, you feel a complete gust of cold wind, and that kind of like sour milk smell just like smacks you square in the face as soon as you open that side. It smells like rot. It smells like decay.
Oh, great.
And you take off running along this small, dark corridor. Who's in the lead?
Probably Balance, since he's the one that knows where Caden is.
Sure, yeah.
I assume Zaltanna's like right behind.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was probably having to like basically crawl through this.
I'm putting on my most innocent expression.
Uh-huh.
You run along this. It's not a long run, by any way, shape, imagination. It looks more like this thing has been like not this has been dug, but not with pickaxes, not with shovels, nothing that Zaltanna would recognize. This looks more kind of like a very powerful set of creatures have done this. And as you make your way along there, the smell intensifies, and I want all of you to make Constitution saving throws. The DC is 17.
Nope, I got a 14.
13.
Where?
Casey, get a 12.
Or a 15.
I got a 9.
We all throw up.
You all take 7.
7 damage?
You all take 7 points of damage.
Oh.
Ow. What? 7 points of stench damage.
You all violently want to be sick. Whether you may decide to maintain your lunch is entirely up to you, but you all want to violently be sick. It's slowing your movement, and it's making things kind of difficult to concentrate on. And you feel this kind of like burning in the back of your throat as you're basically forced to breathe in this vile stench of decay and something else. But you guys do make your way along this corridor, and you're in front, therefore you don't need the torch. You see in front of you these kind of like bluish grey blobs on the ground. They're kind of large. They're about 3 foot high, kind of not exactly spherical shaped, more kind of like egg shaped. And they appear to be covered in some sort of thick slime. And as you run up, you see this at the end. You probably see about half a dozen. They seem to be randomly spotted on the ground.
Are they moving?
Take a perception check.
12.
From where you are, they appear perfectly stationary.
Do they look like eggs?
They definitely look like eggs. Not hard shell eggs, but they definitely look like eggs.
What is this?
I don't know. What's beyond them?
Are you going to the entrance to this place?
Is it like a room? Or like...
It's a room.
And we're at the entrance of it? Or...
Okay, if you want to be at the entrance, you're at the entrance. This room is fairly large. Let's say, I don't know, 60 by 60 foot. I don't know if that's big. That's what we're going with. There's quite a few eggs clustered in here, and now you're there looking at them. You have the light source in them. They're kind of this like purplish, greenish tinted kind of soft shelled thing. You can see that either at the top or the side there appears to be like a cross, which would indicate some sort of opening. It's covered in this kind of thick viscous slime, and the closer you are to it now and you have the light source, you can see that some of these eggs are kind of like shifting and vibrating slightly, and some of these crosses are beginning to flex as if they're trying to be opened.
Oh god, they're chest bursters.
Do I notice this?
You're going to notice this. There is also an exit. It's almost directly opposite you, but you wouldn't be able to see it from where you initially stood, like partway down the corridor. It's sort of like slightly offset. It's not a particularly wide exit. It's not a particularly long one. And you can see into the room opposite. And across there, you can see that on the wall, there appears to be skeletons held within manacles. And you can see these kind of like already broken open eggs just laying on the ground with nothing much to
This
say.
is literally aliens.
Oh my god, can I be Ripley? I want to be fucking Ripley. I love her.
Oh, God.
I wish Caden was here. We could set this entire fucking room on fire.
I still want to light this room on fire. This is all disgusting.
Balance.
Yes?
Acid now. What?
Yes, yes. Acid now, go.
I'm gonna line up.
Hit center mass as many as possible,
I'm
please.
gonna line up as many of the eggs as I can in acid. What is the range on that?
It's like a 30-foot,
30.
I think, right?
Yeah, every one within a 30-foot
Cone?
something or other.
Or is it a line?
Wait, how is? Oh, okay. I did the wrong one. Hold on.
That's when you're hawking a loogie.
Yeah, that's just spit.
I think it's in the line, yeah. It's a 5 foot by 30 foot line.
Yes, it is.
Roll a d10 for me.
Okay.
Actually, no. Roll 5 d2s for me.
9.
God damn. You managed to annihilate 9 of these eggs in almost a perfect line with your acid. And you hear the creatures within them just like essentially scream and echo. And you see them like vibrating inside their eggs as this acid begins to like claw through the excess and get to within and they just cannot get out. And you hear these 9 baby creatures just screaming to their death.
How horrifying do they sound?
Terrifying. There's this kind of little room is it's definitely designed to echo sound, and it just like reverberates around the room, and you see the other eggs within here just like basically almost flinch at the sound, and you see there's an increased need for the creatures inside them to break through the eggs, and you do in fact see like let's say 1 or 2 of the nearest ones just kind of you see that kind of slight opening.
How many are there?
Begins to push out. Let's say in total there's about 40 of them in this room.
Ooh. Well, I almost took out a quarter of them.
You did. Good job, man. Good fucking job.
Can't do that again, though.
I really don't trust going in here. Oh, I have an idea. Zaltanna, cover me for a second.
All right. She gets in front of you with her shield.
Balance is going to, standing behind Zaltanna, he's going to crouch down, open his bag, pull out one of the bottles of fine elven wine, and he wants to try to make a Molotov cocktail.
Oh, fuck yeah. What a perfect use. You pull this out, you set a small fire, and you toss it somewhere into the room?
Center of wherever the most are that are not destroyed already.
How strong is that wine? Damn.
It's pretty potent. Damn, son. I'll tell you what.
Elves make some good shit.
Roll 10d4.
10d4. 21.
You hear the sound of 21 poor, innocent baby creatures being boiled in their own kind of like fleshy shells. You've annihilated apparently 30 of these creatures. Good job, guys.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Zaltanna, do you want to get the rest of them while I figure out what they actually are?
I ain't got nothing like that I can do.
No, I'm sure Callan Morn is hungry. Go have some fun.
All right.
I will throw it out there. This will count towards Callanmorn's kill.
Yes. Okay. She's gonna.
As will the negatives that apply to you.
The what?
The what?
What?
The what?
Read very carefully the bonuses and negatives of using Callanmorn.
Casey reading things carefully. Pff, no.
I'll tell you what. I'll read them. For the audience at home.
No. I know what you mean now.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Yes. He has technically 3 abilities, but I'm only going to read 2 of them. Sacrifice to the blade. As a result of being a Valkyrie's blade for so long, Kalin Morn has learned a little bit about taking the power of a soul. For every enemy the sword kills, it gains a +1 bonus to damage. For every +4 gained this way, the user takes a level of exhaustion, however. This bonus resets after each day, but the exhaustion has to be reset as normal.
Okay. That's bad.
The alternate addition to this is Empowered Blade. For every 50 souls taken, it gains a permanent +1 bonus, up to making it a +5 weapon.
Every 4 gives level exhaustion. So, okay, so if Zaltanna ran through here and slaughtered 24 of those things, you would have died.
Yes. This is why you need to read Kalin Morn carefully. He is a fucker.
Oh.
No, I know.
Maximum of 3 kills per day then. Got it.
No, a level of exhaustion is fine.
Well, yeah, I guess. Okay.
Also, what are the chances you'll be taking up mooks like this on a large scale?
Well, also, Balance doesn't know about any of this, so he's just looking
he
at
doesn't,
Zaltanna
but
expecting.
Zaltanna should.
Zaltanna smiles and unsheaths Kalinmorn.
Yes, I've been thirsting for this.
Let's do this. And she runs at, how many are there?
10.
There are 9 left.
Oh, 9?
Oh, no, sorry, 10 left. That's right. Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta.
Let's do this shit.
You're just gonna cleave them? Describe to me how you kill 10 innocent baby egg things.
Let's go straight through them.
There you go.
All right.
And that's 2 levels of exhaustion, I know.
2 levels of exhaustion, a +10 damage when you next hit a thing. I'm going to double check your exhaustion rules. I'm pretty sure you get disadvantage on most things now.
Disadvantage on ability checks, and your speed is halved.
Oh, which
Yes,
is
so you give me
great
12
because
and a
you're.
half feet.
Oh my goodness!
Just give me somebody just give me a
You were gonna
piggyback
make
ride.
I'll die.
This is going to be so funny.
It's okay, I have other weapons.
You should also be able to edit that Kalin Morn sheet, by the way, so you can count how many souls he's taken.
Rhal can move like 5 times faster than you can.
Essentially what we see, because they're essentially coup de grace, because they're children in eggs, we see Zaltanna just striding forward and just swinging the great sword left and right and taking something with every single swing, and you just hear Kalin Morn's like,
This is what I have wanted. Yes. This shall take us on our path, my friend.
Slaughtering children. While the slaughter is commencing, can Balance actually walk in and check to see what these things are?
sure, take a nature check for me.
I don't give. Take a what?
Nature.
Nature.
Because investigating them would just tell you that it's a creature that's fucking terrible.
It's a 10.
It just tells you it's a creature that's fucking terrible. They're kind of these kind of small, kind of blob type creatures. Inside, you can, as you pick one up, I assume you're going to pick one up. In fact, as you look at it, you can probably see it fairly well. You can see that under this kind of thick membrane, which is this kind of skin, you can see that there are these kind of cartilage and bone shape, which seems to be forming inside. You can see it's just moving and oozing around, much like a ginormous maggot, with a couple of lamprey mouths sort of here and there, designed for attaching to things. You can see that 1 or 2 of them have begun to grow kind of like more humanoid limbs, especially those closest to you, the ones that you would have had more, inverted commas, contact with, as they begin to shift and form. Most of them, however, have been dissolved. Some of them have been dissolved through via acid. Some of them are clearly boiled. They're redder, more opaque than translucent. And the ones that Zaltanna is happily hack and slashing is more like cut sushi. It's unpleasant.
I have no regrets. That is utterly disgusting.
There you go. What do you guys want to do now?
We need to continue on. Zaltanna, why do you look like you're dragging your feet?
She looks a little sickly. Her expression is very drawn, as if someone has taken taken a good grabbed the back of the flesh on the back of her head and given it a good pull. So her facial features are all just like drawn over and very gaunt. You can see that her eyes are kind of a pale red color.
Zaltanna, are you?
Don't worry about it.
Is it the smell?
Did one of them bite you?
No. When you use the Valkyrie's sword, things happen.
Not very good things, apparently.
Yes, they do. But it's worth the pain, isn't it?
It is.
Can you continue on?
Yeah, I'm fine. Can one of you guys give me like a piggyback ride or something? Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to be nearly as fast.
I can try.
Rhal?
I mean, I'm not very strong, but I can try. Sure. I will try to piggyback.
Okay. Take a strength check for me. It's not difficult.
Okay.
No, it could be fucking difficult. She's wearing plate armor. Yeah, it's going to be pretty hefty, dude.
Armor, yeah.
No offense, but she's pretty hefty. She's wearing plate armor.
No offense, but you weigh a lot.
Heavy. Heavy.
That's a 6.
You cannot carry her. You cannot lift her.
Rhal tries for a minute and kind of doesn't work and
You get
just
absolutely no.
sighs a little bit and turns around and looks at you.
We don't have time for this. We need to keep going.
Let's go.
Okay.
For it to have any chance of saving him.
Well, you guys are going to have to move a lot slower. I'm sorry.
There's only one real exit out of here other than the way you came, and that's that kind of very thin doorway type thing that's been hewn into the side of this. And ahead you can see that there are broken eggs, eggs that have clearly hatched already. There's probably about half a dozen of them. And you see on the wall there are manacles. You can see there are skeletal remains. There's probably nigh on a dozen up against these walls. Some of them have clearly collapsed on the ground and formed piles of skeletons. But off to one side, you do see Caden. There is something attached to his temple. This kind of large bug, which seems to be kind of more Caden than it is maggoty thing. You can still see translucent skin, and it's just vile, naked form that hasn't quite separated its limbs out from the main bulk yet. And you can see another smaller one, which just kind of enveloping his arm is attached at the neck.
I'm going to throw a hand axe at the one attached to his head.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
why?
No.
Make an attack roll.
Please tell me Zaltanna is not actually that stupid.
Casey.
She sees her... Okay, listen, I know it's probably a bad idea. She's exhausted. She sees her friend getting, like, there's something attached to his
So
temple
let me
and it
kill
looks like-
both of them at the same time.
You can rip them off.
I figure if I get one off, one of you guys can get the other one off.
With an axe to the head.
Axes?
No, I'm not throwing it at Caden's head. Fine.
She's not throwing it at Caden. She's throwing it at the creature next to Caden
Yeah.
that's attached to his
The
temple.
thing that is there, it's big enough to look like a translucent Caden. There is enough of it to hit.
And if you miss,
I'll cure
Don't forget,
Caden.
y'all have
Of
told me
death.
that we can't do like nat ones being assholes because even though y'all do that, you don't want that happening here.
Well,
so
I'm picturing like a
you're
small
not gonna hit
creature
him.
attached to his head.
No, it's pretty much a duplicate Caden, as I said. The one attached to his
Okay.
neck is a smaller one.
okay. I thought it was like
Because
little.
you said like maggot. I'm thinking like egg-sized creature.
Sorry.
got it, and I got a 20 to hit.
Maggot is not the scale. Maggot is the look. It's just fucking
yeah.
huge. It's Caden's shaped and beginning to like separate its things out.
Okay, that's
So what did you get in your attack roll?
I got a 20.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, you hit this thing. And you guys hear and feel a scream. And you feel that pain in the side of your head intensify. And you see a small trickle of blood running down the side of Caden's face.
What the fuck?
He looks very pale. But you did score a solid hit on this kind of like maggoty type creature. The other fake Caden.
Is it still alive?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna hit it for with a psionic blast for 3 points.
Sure. Go for it.
All right. So that is 3d8 damage. It takes 13 psychic damage.
I assume there's a roll.
No, the psionic blast is the magic,
A magic missile.
thing.
Yeah. The fake magic missile.
Yeah.
Okay.
The psychic missile.
The one on the left takes. You got. How does this look? I'm not gonna say how it looks. How's it look? What do you think?
I imagine that it's just a balance, like, glares at this thing as it's latched onto Caden, and, like, an ethereal looking, like, spear basically just lashes out and stabs into this thing.
That's fucking amazing. It just reaches out and it just stabs in that kind of like general headish neck area, and you guys see it relinquish its hold on Caden, and you see it basically fall to the ground, writhing and curling up into a ball. It is dead. The other one seems to be latching on harder around the neck. You feel the pain intensify in your throat, and you see Caden's eyes open. You can see that they are misted over white, and you can see that there is a small trickle of blood coming from his neck and running from his mouth.
I'm gonna turn to Balance and Rhal and say, "You guys take care of the other one. I'm gonna heal up Caden a little bit."
All right, go.
She's gonna, I guess, sprint over at her original 25 instead of whatever it would be at half, because it's an odd number, so I don't fucking know. And she's gonna lay on hands for 15.
And while that's happening, I assume Rhal and Balance are fucking slaughtering the shit out of this thing.
Because it looks to like, the way I'm seeing it is, it sounds like Caden, every time we injure them, it's injuring Caden a little bit too.
Correct.
And so I know it's probably going to heal up the little monster a little bit too, but I feel like Caden is way too injured, and if we attack him too much, if we attack the thing, it might kill Caden first. So
okay. You go over the. Are you laying on handsing? Are you casting a spell?
No, I'm laying on hands for 15.
Okay. How are you two dealing with the other bog monster?
I'm gonna put acid close to where it's latched on, but just on it, to see if it will let go.
And I'm going to use my swords to just try to hack it off.
I don't have swords, so go ahead.
Between the two of you, basically begin to like melt. You're like the application of your acid around its kind of like lamprey mouth. As it's beginning to form like Caden-like features, you basically make it retract and like let go. And as that happens, you just see Balance's like sword just hack it into pieces, and it just falls to the ground. You feel that pain release in your throat, initially intensifying, then releasing, and you all sense and feel the touch of Tyr as you see. Working through Zaltanna, you see a bright flash of light appear on the side of Caden's temple, around his throat, and much, much further down on one of his legs. You see this bright flash, and you see the flesh just having knitted over and sealed. The blood is drying, but his eyes are still clouded over in white, and he still looks exhausted and in pain. The pain from your temples and your necks have gone.
Can I look to release the shackles?
Yes, I'm just going to say you probably could.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to release the shackles and kind of set him down.
Yeah, he kind of collapses into you. I assume that you're going to catch him when he falls.
Yeah, Rhal's going to hug him real tight.
He collapses into you.
Can you carry him? We have to get away from this place.
Going to have to. It might take a while, but...
I'd carry him, but I can't risk being any slower.
That's fine. We've got him. It's fine. We can. We shouldn't rest here.
We need the shield.
Caden. Shh. It's okay.
We came here for the shield.
Rhal, step aside for a second.
Rhal.
Currently, Caden is essentially laying in Rhal's arms, so he can't really step away unless he lays him down.
Yeah, just Balance wants Rhal to lay him down.
Okay, Rhal will.
Balance is going to go over and he's going to kneel in front of Caden's head.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to place his hands on both sides of his temples, and he's going to use mend wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And and he's gonna put another 3 points. So he's gonna restore 3d8.
Yeah, go for it.
It's 11 HP.
Unlike the touch of tear, flashes of light, holy energy and stuff, you see the wounds at his neck. You just see the fibers from his muscles reach out and connect with one another and form a perfect bond as they pull close, shut the wound. You get the feeling that he is fully healed, but he is clearly exhausted.
Same.
Caden,
Rhal?
we're gonna go, okay? We're going to get somewhere safe now.
We need to get the thing.
We are, okay? Just rest. We'll get it.
We'll get it tomorrow, Caden. You and I, we both need to rest.
We need to focus on getting out of here and getting safe right now.
Sure. I can stand. And you see him wobbling to his feet, and he almost instantly falls back down again.
Here, lean on me.
He puts his arm around your shoulder. He's not a heavyweight.
Yeah, if he's supporting himself. Then.
Yeah. You guys have Caden. You have an exhausted Caden. You have an exhausted Zaltanna. You have a lot of dead children creature things. What do you guys want to do now?
Do we hear anything? Like, is there does the path continue ahead?
Nope. It terminated in this small room.
Where the fuck would the shield be?
I don't know. Why don't you talk to Brain Friend?
I will throw this out there. You know that there's another wall that opened back in the main chamber?
Yeah, there's a lot of other places. This is just the source of these things.
Yeah. It's just the source of the weird creatures. Mm-hmm. So what do you guys want to do now?
We should probably get back to that central chamber we were in. At least there we can kind of relax and keep watch, and there was all of that treasure.
Yep. Yeah, it's more than fair enough. You guys can easily make your way back there.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I assume between me and Rhal helping Zaltanna and Caden get back there, we can kind of shuffle along.
Yeah, absolutely. There are areas clear of treasure and whatnot. In this room, you could easily set up some sort of small camp, small fire, food, water, etc., etc. It's definitely doable.
We definitely do that.
Absolutely.
Case in point, you'll notice that Caden's eyes are still whited over.
Caden, are you all right?
Just tired.
Caden, how many fingers am I holding up? And Balance holds up 3 fingers.
He turns his head to kind of look at you, and you see him blink a few times. I don't know.
Okay,
I'm going to make a con save now.
Oh! No, Rhal.
That's a 9.
Oh, no! Rhal. Fuck it. Rhal passes out. Caden and he fall to the ground.
Oh, my fuck. Zaltanna, can you get Rhal while I take care of Caden?
What? Rhal?
Don't worry about him, Caden. Let me take care of you first. Come here.
You see him reaching out with his hands to feel Rhal. He seems to know he's there, and he seems to know where you are. But other than that, not much else for him.
Wait a minute.
Is he only seeing with the mind link?
You make that jump, Balance makes that jump. Sure.
I feel like that's something Balance would kind of make the jump too, because it's
You make that jump, Balance makes that jump. Yes, that's what you highly suspect is happening.
Oh, shit. All right, Caden, come here. Come here. Stop moving. Rhal will be fine.
He essentially just sits. He's just too exhausted to get up and move about, but he's not really leaving Rhal.
All right. Let me see if... I've never actually had to do this before. Let me see if this will work. Hang on. And Balance is going to crouch down in front of Caden. He's going to place one of his hands over his eyes. Caden's eyes, not Balance's eyes. And he's going to use Restore Health. As an action, you touch one creature and remove one of the following conditions from it. Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. Alternatively, remove one disease. So I'm going to try to remove blinded.
There is something I need to check. Continue talking amongst yourselves.
Balance is Jesus.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go poke at Rhal.
You can poke me?
Yeah.
You have the vial of whatchamacallit, the wake up shit.
Oh, yeah. I have the smelling salt that's bigger than Caden's. I'm gonna use that.
Wow.
It's specifically on my sheet as smelling shit bigger than Caden's.
That
you
is
would have-
literally what it says.
Caden would have like a small portion of it. And then Bogram has like a small portion of it, I think.
I'm gonna use the smelling shit that's bigger than Caden's to try to bring you around.
You sense Ama. Through the darkness, through all the pain, through all the weirdness, you sense Ama. You smell it. You know she's there. And you open your eyes, and before you there sits a dwarf, looking exhausted with red-tinged eyes.
I'm awake.
You okay there, buddy?
No. Is any of this okay, really?
No.
Just being honest.
Zaltanna, plops to, the ground. She was kneeling, and she just falls back on her ass. She's exhausted.
Literally and figuratively.
Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. I just need some rest.
You put your hands up, and you see... No, you wouldn't see because you've covered his eyes. You put your hand out. You feel something happening beneath your machination, beneath your hands. You feel something knitting together. And when you remove your hand, his eyes are still white. And then you see that kind of process that you started, and you see the irises of his eyes. The colors come back. And he seems to see you properly now.
Hello there.
Hi.
How many fingers am I holding up? And he holds up 3 again.
3.
Oh, thank God.
Similar amount.
Balance gives Caden a hug. Sorry, I know
Thanks.
personal space, but you honestly gave us a scare. Sorry. And Balance immediately lets go, sorry.
He returns the hug best he can, but he's clearly exhausted. As soon as you pull away, he just doesn't have the strength to hold on.
We've been chasing your ass for hours.
Sorry. They jumped when I was on watch.
That's okay. You owe me a new bottle of wine.
Sure. And you see him kind of half smile.
Right. Why don't you two get some rest, and me and Rhal will alternate watches.
Okay.
The minute you say get some rest, Zaltanna passes out.
I imagine before I even finish a sentence, it's just...
Yeah, before you finish the sentence, almost in tandem, Zaltanna and Caden just pass out. Beginning to snore softly or loudly. It's entirely up to you.
Oh, yeah, no, Zaltanna totally snoring loudly.
Yeah. Caden just occasionally mumbling in his sleep.
I can't make snoring sounds because I'm congested.
Shh. Yeah. So what do you two want to do? You two are on watch. Are you looking around? Are you just hanging out? Are you chatting? Are you fiddling with things? What do you want to do?
Rhal will go up to Balance. So you fixed him? He's okay?
He's good.
Thank you.
Took a lot of energy out of me, but he's good.
I can watch if you need the rest.
Not just yet. There's something I want to do. And Balance is going to take some of the scattered treasure, and he's going to lay it...
Ooh, okay. What
He's
treasure
gonna-
are you grabbing?
I don't know, just random things.
Random things?
Basically his idea is he wants to take a bunch of stuff that you would kick and would make noise, and he wants to scatter it around where they're making camp so that if somebody tries to approach, if they're not careful enough, they might hit something and it'll make noise.
Oh, okay. So you want to set up like a basically small annoying obstacle things on the ground so that if they put their foot down, they're going to kick something.
Right.
Yeah. That's easy enough. I would like you to make a perception check with advantage.
Okay. Advantage. Perception. 14.
As you begin to pick up these things and move them around, you spot an object. What you spot is an amethyst and shell necklace. You spot 2 of them. And the reason they are significant is because they are exactly the same as the necklace your aunt wears.
Do I know what they are?
You know it's a necklace.
I
Sorry, you know they are necklaces. You know they are identical to your aunt's. It's a necklace.
pick them up.
You pick them both up.
Yeah.
Take a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
shit.
16.
What is your spellcasting mod?
My spellcasting mod?
Mm-hmm.
You mean my intelligence?
Sure.
4.
Which would make it... Yep, you pass your own wisdom saving throw. Take an arcana check.
Nat 20. That's a 26.
You know that these items, as soon as you pick it up, you feel that tug and you feel that control at exactly the same time. In one hand, you are holding a receiver, and in the other hand, you are holding a transmitter. What you are holding is a pair of necklaces, one designed to control the wearer of the other.
Oh.
Archer's face right now is a picture. I didn't expect you to get a nat 20, but that's the only way you would have gotten all of that.
You rendered him speechless.
Somewhere between processing and acceptance.
I think he's in like, what the fuck mode.
So one of them is a controller, and the other one is the receiver of it.
Yes.
Balance, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just looking through, and Balance is gonna put the 2 of them in his bag.
Okay. You reach out to grab other objects to set them up.
Yeah,
As
I'm
this
still doing
perimeter?
the perimeter.
All right, you grab up, like the next piece of items you pick up are a couple of chalices. Make a wisdom saving throw. DC
my
is 16.
goodness.
Oh, that's a nat 1.
You feel crippling pain going through your hand, up your arm, down your back, into your legs, and you will be taking.
Oh boy. Is this all magic shit?
You'll be taking 10 points of psychic damage.
Ow! Alright, Balance drops them and clutches his head.
Balance?
I think there's a lot of magic shit in this room, and I'm not liking it.
Well, don't touch those again. Are you looking for something?
No, I'm trying to set up a perimeter, so if somebody tries to sneak up on us, they'll have a harder time doing it.
I mean, okay, I can see that. You can sit down. I will move some things.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, I will touch the things that don't look crazy.
As if I am intentionally doing it?
I don't know. I don't know what you are looking for.
Can I, go through the rest, just looking at this treasure and try to see if there's anything else that stands out as probably gonna hurt? Is this all magic shit?
Have you any way of knowing?
Nothing beyond just my general studies and arcana shit. Unless there are items that give off auras.
They wouldn't give off... I mean, you can't see magic auras, can you? You can just see item auras. You can see sentience.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing here is giving off a sentient vibe.
Let me try this then. Balance is going to use his Mystic Hand and try moving items with that.
Oh, you pick items up and you move them.
Balance is going to make sure that the chalices that fucking hurt like a bitch are somewhere.
Okay.
Very distinctly making sure those are somewhere there.
Sure. You pick a variety of different items up. You move them around and place them down. You make a fairly good perimeter.
I'll have Caden look at this shit in the morning. My head hurts.
Rhal's going to wander around the room.
Don't touch anything.
Well, okay, whatever.
Now that Dad is out of sight, what do you want to do?
Right? Jeez.
Fine. My fucking bad that little baby pass out over here.
I want to
do you wanna
look
do?
for anything that particularly catches my eye, something interesting. He's just looking around.
What sort
Basically.
of thing would you find interesting?
Mm,
Like, if it's as basic as something, a color or a shape, or would something else be full of interest? Like, he really likes small daggers. Perhaps he's after some knuckle dusters. What sort of thing would draw his attention?
probably, yeah. Anything he hasn't seen before, or anything that might look at, which is probably a few things. Um, anything. I think he likes the gemstones.
What you see, are you just wandering around, like taking your time, like really carefully looking at things, or are you just meandering around and then coming back again?
He has left the perimeter because he doesn't want to be around. He doesn't want to look at things around the perimeter because it'll make noise. He'll wander off a little ways and
Take a perception check for me.
22.
Damn.
God damn. All right, you wandering around, you're saying you're looking for kind of like shiny gem things because you're a bit of a magpie.
Sure, he doesn't see a lot of gems. And
I
stuff,
like
yeah.
gold.
There's plenty of gold things here.
There's a lot of gold things. You see gold.
Yeah, there's a lot of gold here. As you wander around, you see like a couple of these little plinths. Some of them have necklaces on, earrings. Some of them have small swords, but they're not really interested. You see a couple of knuckle dusters, etc. On what looks like a perfectly preserved velvet pillow, you see this kind of thumb-sized gem. And it draws your attention because it's reddish and it's kind of yellowish in color. It seems to fade from one to the other within this gem. And the more you look at it, you realize that it's kind of almost the same colors as you would expect like a sunset to be. They're kind of the deep reds, deep oranges, deep yellows. And on occasion, you see it kind of glint gold.
Okay. I will pick that up.
I need you. Jesus.
Rhal's a
man.
very hands-on person.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. What are you doing? Everything in here is dangerous.
I mean, there's been two things that have... Rhal knows of one dangerous thing in here, to be fair. And that's the thing that Balance touched.
He told you not to touch anything.
Yeah, but... I did. Okay. I rolled a 9.
You pick this item up. You just like look at it for a moment and you close your hand around it. And you look at your other hand and you see a flame appear. And it slowly gets bigger and bigger. What do you want to do?
Balance.
Rhal?
This flame is getting bigger and bigger. It's becoming less of a kind of a seed. It's making its way towards golf ball sized.
Rhal, did you pick something up?
I made fire.
Drop whatever you picked up, Rhal.
It's approximately the size of a tennis ball now, and it's getting more and more intense.
Rhal?
I tried to drop the thing I picked up.
You drop the gem. I'm going to say you're going to hear it because it's funnier that you do. You hear this kind of little gem just like bounce and then shatter on the ground. The kind of like ball of fire is now somewhat bigger than a tennis ball.
Caden?
Caden's asleep, dude.
No, I'm saying Caden because you just had a massive Caden stutter there.
Yeah, that's me. Shut your fuck up.
Okay, I got confused. I thought that Caden woke up and was like, "That's fire."
No.
It's like, yes, Caden,
this is
that
me.
is fire.
This is me and my stutter. So
Okay.
fuck you.
The fire's still there.
Yes,
Do I see it?
you can see the glow for sure.
Rhal, what happened? Come here.
I dropped the gem. It broke. And I wander over with my hand on fire.
Zaltanna, make a perception check for me. Oh no, what's your passive perception, my dear?
10.
Yeah, you sleeping.
You're sleeping. I'm so sorry. He's walking around with a fireball, which is let's say football size, soccer ball. It's getting more and more intense. It's been about
Is it
30
burning?
seconds. It's on fire, dude. It's
But
fire.
no, like, is it burning Rhal?
No, it's hovering above his hand.
Rhal, throw that across the room. Now.
Oh my god.
Like, just get rid of it.
Okay. I throw it.
Okay.
Like, across this double football field-sized room.
Are you going to gently toss it, or are you going to go, like, pitching it out of the ballpark? What are you doing?
The word he said was throw. So a good toss. He's not like full arming this thing, but he's going to get some distance
All right,
on
then
it.
just oh my god.
Don't you? Oh my god, this is not.
This is the funniest thing ever. Why did you do this?
This is fun.
It's terrible.
Rhal's curious.
I need you to make a charisma check for me, please.
A charisma check?
Actually, would it be? It's technically a charisma spell attack. So it would be 8 plus your charisma. You're not proficient in it, but in this, just 8 plus your charisma.
8
Roll that.
plus charisma.
Yes.
You want me to make a charisma roll?
8 plus
I'm
charisma.
confused.
And that's your roll.
8 plus
'Cause it's
charisma
technically-
is my
it's
roll.
technically- it's-
Okay.
Yes,
It's
it's
11.
technically a spell, like,
DC?
it's basically a spell DC.
That DC is
Not DC,
11.
attack. I'm having problems with my words today, and this is not making things any
Well, if
easier.
he's attacking, it would be
You
rolling.
randomly. Yeah.
But if it's a DC, then it's 8
All right,
plus
so
the stuff.
let me. Right. So I need you to make a ranged spell attack, which is 8 plus your charisma.
Okay, you keep saying 8 plus charisma. My charisma's a plus 3. do I click
Okay,
the charisma
then
button?
11 plus or roll 20. 11 plus is 20. Just do 11 plus is 20.
Okay. Got
Just do 11 plus 20. It's a roll.
11.
Just 11 plus 20. Just do that.
I'm going to
D20.
roll a D20. Just a flat D20. And you
And then
can
add
tell
11.
me.
And then add
What
11.
Oh, that's a natural one.
God.
We all die. We all die in fire.
Oh, holy shit.
So I like try to throw this thing and it like just falls out of my hand.
Oh my fucking god. I need you two to make dexterity saving throws. Because I assume you're trying to get the fuck out of this.
Yes.
I want you to remember that I'm asleep.
You aren't involved. I will not kill the innocent bystanders in this.
I got a 9. I'm dead. I'm gonna die.
Nat 20, 26.
Rhal killed his friend.
Oh my god. I will offer you a deal, Neil.
Okay.
Oh my fucking god. If you got a crit, I would give the option to knock balance out of the way, but you'll be taking more than your fair share of damage.
Absolutely, I'll take that.
Okay. Which means technically balance you will pass.
I'm probably gonna still be unconscious.
Oh my fucking god.
I have 10 HP.
Oh my goodness.
How do you only have 10 HP?
Because a certain fucking odor dropped me down 7, and then I took another 10 from the fucking chalice.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. I should be laughing so hard, but it is kind of funny.
I'm gonna die. You're gonna kill me.
Okay. That's I didn't chuck the fireball.
No,
No, he's
Rhal
talking to me.
is gonna kill me.
He's resenting me right now.
Yes, I know.
I will haunt you. Haunt you till your anxiety kills you.
Wouldn't take long.
Please
Oh
tell me
my
you did not
God,
roll 37
guys.
damage. Please tell me you do not do 37 damage.
Ugh.
I do not do 37 damage. I do
All right.
20 fire damage.
Okay, I'm unconscious.
So
How many?
you will be taking 15
25.
fire damage. Balance, you will be taking 15 fire damage, and you will be taking 20 fire damage. Other one, Rhal.
Okay, I'm unconscious.
Is the other one unconscious too?
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally fucking out.
All right.
This is
Essentially, a huge fireball goes off and explodes. Zaltanna, make a perception check for me.
I was
With
asleep.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a huge fireball just to go off in your ear. I'm going to have Caden make one too. So you're both unconscious.
A perception at disadvantage.
Yes, please.
3.
Actually, technically, it would be at disadvantage because you're exhausted, so.
Burn, baby, burn.
All right, come on, Caden, do not
Rolls
fuck
an
us.
inferno.
Oh, you could use your inspiration, Casey.
Oh, yes. Let me use that.
Go on, I'll allow you to use it for this. Go on.
So
What's that gonna
what
do?
is that,
It's-
1d4?
No. It's inspiration, not like the lame ass.
So it gives you advantage.
Bardic one. You just re-roll. Yeah, I'm just gonna use it as re-rolls. I give 0 fucks.
9.
You don't hear a huge explosion going off. A 19 and a 17. Caden wakes
Oh
up.
my goodness.
You're the fucks. He wakes up and hears the sound of an explosion. Oh my god, I'm so happy for an NPC to wake up in my life. He leans over and he shakes Zaltanna awake. There's an explosion that help them, and he basically begins to crawl his way over to where he heard the sounds of explosion. I need you two to make death saving throws. What did you do?
Nope, that's a failure. I got a 9.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a 3.
Zaltanna, I assume you're getting up and you're making way towards them. Caden is kind of crawling his way towards them. It's going
I'm
to take
just
him some time
gonna
to get
walk over and put one hand on each of these fucking idiots, and I'm
there. What is it with you two and fire? I mean, really? We leave you alone for like 5 seconds and you set something on fire. I mean,
11 to balance and 4 to Rhal.
oh my god.
Okay.
You place your hands on the back of their smoking bodies.
Actually, I would like to administer my cure wounds by smacking them both in the back of the head.
We will take that. We see...
That's another failed death save.
Yeah, you would have been fine. You see, essentially, as you backhand one of them, you feel that holy light just run down your arm and join you in, like, the stupidness of, like, what the fuck was that? Gib slaps, and just in the back of the head to each one of them. And you guys wake up and you feel your skin slightly less crispy than it was maybe 6 seconds ago.
I'm also going to split up my last 4 fucking lay on hands and heal them both 2 extra.
Okay, you guys also heal for 2 extra.
And then I'm going to say, stop being fucking idiots and pass out.
And with that note, I think we should end that right there. Because what the fuck, guys?
No. The last scene is Rhal and Balance both sit up, and Balance just full on socks Rhal in the jaw.
All right, okay, we'll go with that then. Fine.
Rolled a hit.
Zaltanna is passed out.
I have a -1 strength, so just it doesn't do anything. But
It
I'm
does no
essentially just saying
damage.
"fuck you."
Yeah, he punches you square. The same as like you
Yeah.
punched him earlier, the happy like Bogrim punch. He
Yeah.
just socks you in the jaw.
Yeah, Raw's probably like writhing around on the ground in pain from acid and
Fuck you.
fire.
You fucking deserve that.
You hear Caden's voice calling across from camp, like what happened? Are you okay? And you see him like crawling into view.
Am I dead? Is this a horror movie?
No, he's concerned. He's trying to make his way to you.
Crawling. That's terrifying.
He's exhausted. He's not like you two got yourself burnt to a crisp. He's knackered. He's just
I
crawling
thought
over to you.
are we done? We're not done.
No, keep going. Go.
Okay.
You want to torment this? We'll torment this a bit longer.
I just wanted to punch Rhal in the face.
Yeah, Raw doesn't really acknowledge it.
He fucking deserves it, though.
He's just trying
Then
to
what we'll
focus.
say is that somehow between the two of you, you set up a proper watch. You don't go exploring into dangerous like treasure territory where not needed, and you guys pass some sort of evening. I
Yes.
need you both to roll 1 hit die, and that's all you two get to recover this evening, no matter how much you sleep you get. Zaltanna and Caden regain 1 level of exhaustion each.
Hey everyone, Zaltanna here. Wow, that fireball, huh? That was That was something. It was a lot of something. Rhal is not very smart, is he? Anyway, remember to check us out on Facebook and Twitter. The Lucky Die Podcast on Facebook, at TLD Pod on Twitter. Rate us. Really helps us reach new followers, new audience. If you give us a rating on iTunes, a Stitcher, or wherever you listen to your podcasts, don't forget to check out our website, theluckydie.com, and our network's website, thespac.network. That's about it, I think. See you all next week. Peace.
The
Spot Network. Imagine what your idea can do.